Welcome everyone to the video, and today we are doing the Mad Killer ROSIER. She is awesome, top tier, rare hero. She has an amazing leadership ability that in Burning Land and Arena, she grants all allies attack speed 20%. And in a turn-based game, speed matters. She is attack centric, and she is a member of the Crow faction. So she will do that favorite dungeon with Bedivere, Gillian, and such. And she's good in the rain, which works perfect with Lancelot because he changes it into the rain. So let's go ahead and look at her equipment. I have on her, we are gearing with vigor and accuracy. On ROSIER's moves, you want to use the SP3 as much as possible. It is very strong and great. And her kit involves a lot of debuffs, a lot of damage over time, like bleed. And effect accuracy is where you want to land it. So I have about 72% effect accuracy on her. I could always go higher, which would be nice. And we have some decent speed on her, some upgraded attack, and that's definitely the route to go with her. For her relics are interesting because you have the Frost and the Storm relic are both AoE centered for the SP3. You sacrifice 15% of HP to use, you attack the enemies for a good amount of damage, and then you inflict bleed. The Storm one will do more damage after you upgrade it over time. The Ice Relic does less damage potentially over time, but with a higher amount of bleed rate. So more bleed because each one has a chance to inflict bleed. Now, the Flame Relic has a amazing SP3, which I'm going to showcase very shortly in the video, so just stay tuned for that. She has to sacrifice 10% of her HP to use, attack one enemy 5 times, and the total damage is 355% attack. And then for this, the last 2 hits have a chance to inflict bleed, and then you have a chance to charge her attack gauge by 100% and trigger the Hook of Death, which deals damage to all enemies and 50% chance to apply bleed for 1 turn. So these relics are going to be used in various formats of the game depending on what you want to go with them. Then we have her passive abilities. She starts off with the 100% chance to gain damage taken increase, damage taken drain increase, drain trigger rate increase 3 for the rest of battle, and 50% chance to gain hit accuracy increase for 2 turns. Now, drain is when you attack them and you gain life. So it's like a healing attack. You heal for a portion of your attack. So that helps. You increase these, and then you have the Hook of Death, where when you use skill 3, which you're going to want to use a lot, you gain Blood Frenzy for 2 turns. When attacking, 100% chance to inflict bleed on a single enemy for 1 turn. And if they have bleed, you increase the duration of all damage over time effects on afflicted enemies by 1 turn. So that's Burn, Chill, Bleed, Shock, Poison, Scorch, Lightning Strike. All of these damage over time effects. She's great for a damage over time effect team and works beautifully with it. So we're going to go on her Chivalry. Her Chivalry, you get normal increases as you go on, like effect, accuracy, attack, and HP. But at number 3, when she receives damage over time, she grants herself attack speed increase 1 for 2 turns. So good to have. That's a pretty good increase. And then at 8, she really shines because the Hook of Death enhances fresh Crimson Blood to Blood Frenzy. And Blood Frenzy increases the duration of all dot effects on the afflicted enemies by 1 turn and 100% chance to inflict bleed on a single enemy for 1 turn. So there's going to be a lot of bleed and a lot of damage. Let's show off where she's useful. So if you're having trouble with Penveed, let's go to Plane of Beast 10 and let's take out our good old Bedivere and let's put in Rosier. Let's find her first. There she is. And we're going to go with the Flame Relic on this one. We're going to start the battle, and I will show you exactly what you want to do. You want to get rid of the shield, the barriers, I should say. So we're going to get rid of the barriers, and we're going to go with the big SP3. Now, we need some heals going on, so we got good old Jillian for that. Now, we're going to go with the SP3 to attack 5 times. Attack 5 times. Now we're going to get this barrier down. We're going to get this good old barrier down and get some good stuff going on. So beautiful. So we got the barrier down. Let's go off with a nice attack, a nice heal. And Rosier, watch this. Boom, boom, boom. Huge damage and then more damage. So right there, we just got a huge amount of damage just from that SP3. We don't need to worry about a heal right now. So this is a perfect character to use for Penveed. As you see, look at all that damage and all the bleed that's being afflicted. You could use Kay, who's easy to go with. And let's finish off with a nice Morgan SP3. You could also use Clementine on this one as well. So we got the Penveed 10 done with her. What else is she good at? Well, she shines with other damage over time effects. Let's take her into the Coliseum, shall we? Let us face off against this team of Rosier. Now we're going to use the Storm Relic. And let's take out Claudius and put in Lancelot. Lancelot is going to change to Rain. And Rosier, now as you could see on here, right here, if we look at Rosier, she will grant all allies 20% speed. Lancelot does it too, but we're just showing off that she can increase speed for your team. Let's take this off auto. We're going to go ahead and reduce the turn meter on all these guys with Morgan. Then we're going to go with the damage over time burns. Now we're going to go with a AoE. Okay, I used the Flame Relic. Oops. I got to switch to Wind. Okay, we'll do that in the next battle. We'll do that in the next battle. That is totally fine. Human error. Human error. We got to do that in the next battle. That is totally fine. I was going to show the AoE effect. Let's just exit out of this match. Let's just exit out of that match and we'll go into the next one. Okay, so we're going to switch to the Storm Relic. And we're going to do some good old AoE with bleed action. So we'll start off. Turn meter reduction into burn, baby, burn. Now we're going to attack all and inflict bleed. Look at all that damage. Look at all that damage. Boom, boom, boom. Gareth has fallen. Okay. And we're going to go with some more burns. She's just great on a dot team. Damage over time effect team. And she increases the speed of all your guys. Increases the speed. Okay, they come back to life. That's fine. We'll take them out again with the burn, baby, burn. And Rosier with the AoE. Look at all that. And just bled out and burned out. So she's useful in arena. She's useful in campaign. She's useful in Penveed. Very useful in Penveed. If you're having trouble getting him done in early game, She is a very good character, does a lot of damage. Again, I would highly recommend going with Vigor and Accuracy. Your team shares Vigor, so it will recharge 1 each turn with that gear set. And on this, you want to have for the ring, you want to have speed on the ring. And for the orb, you want to have speed. And for the belt, you want to have effect accuracy because you want to land those bleeds. And this is not even with a souped up Relic. These are all 1 out of 5. I didn't even level up the skills on the Relic. So you could see there's even more potential for wonderful damage. So she's a top tier character. I highly recommend her for rares. She works great with Lancelot, great for speed, great for Penveed, and she is a wonderful character. Comment below and let me know what you think of Rosier. This is also with a level 50 Relic, not even level 60, and she's doing all that damage. I hope you guys enjoy this video. Subscribe to the channel for more King Arthur content, and I will talk to you all next time. Take care.